Good evening. This is Off the Glass. I am your host, Tony Anthony Macon. And alongside me is Myron Walker. Tonight's topics. There's a lot going on in the NBA.
A bunch. It's a great season so far.
Bobby Portis breaks his teammate's jaw. Derrick Rose injured again.
Man, that's in game 3. Man.
Kyrie Irving tells a fan to slob on his knob.
Stop on my knob.
The world
on a cop.
In Major League Baseball, we have the World Series. We also have Miguel Cabrera shelling out a lot of cash, or actually maybe not enough. And Pistons, low ticket sales. Well, not actually low ticket sales, but empty seats. We'll discuss all this in this edition of Off the Glass. Myron, what's up?
Chilling like a villain. Chilling, man. I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good, man. Cool, man. We got a lot to cover today. So, fuck it, let's get right into it.
Bam.
One of the things we didn't mention, well, you know, before we get there, man, I want to talk about Lil B. Rapper Lil B gets jumped by A Boogie with the hoodie and P&B Rock. Now, some people may not know who
I know who none of these
Lil
guys
B
were.
is, or A Boogie with the hoodie. A Boogie is the I'm drowning, bust down, bust down, bust down, bust down, I'm drowning. That song, it's a dope song.
Okay.
But Lil B had made comments. And for those who don't know who Lil B is, well, one, that's the bass god. Two, Lil B is also the one who put the curse on Kevin Durant, James Harden.
What? Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I got my man.
Lil B has his history of throwing the Lil B curse on NBA players. And the thing is now that he got his ass kicked. And he also
jumped.
Well, go ahead. Give your opinion on what happened. Go right ahead. Since you want to talk about it. Let's go.
No.
He was jumped.
So, yeah, he was jumped. So, the thing is, it's the difference between...
But why was he jumped?
He was jumped over Twitter fingers, bro.
Over Twitter fingers. Because he was talking.
He said...
Now, as you said Twitter fingers, think about this before you continue.
Okay.
You yelled out Twitter fingers. And what did Drake say about Meek Mill?
Trigger fingers turned into Twitter fingers, right?
Big insult, right? Big insult.
It is.
You talk all that stuff on Twitter. What's up now? So,
and to your point, because I see where you're going with, and it's a valid point. Lil B was internet thugging it. Then it came to real stuff when it was backstage. But why take 7 guys? PNB. Named after a bank, how your rap name gonna be almost the bank name? PNB and
I mean that's not a that bank isn't really national.
But I'm just saying still.
I mean,
it's not. These are West Coast cats. West Coast.
They New York.
New York. That's
the thing is what happened was
that's what
Lil
Twitter
B
say.
Made comments on Twitter. He said he compared A Boogie to Dej Loaf. He made other comments about how New York rappers wasn't know nothing. Basically.
They said they all sound like Future and...
Well, no, he later on made comments that he sounded like Dej Loaf.
Dej Loaf and Future, that's what he said.
But that's what I'm saying. You can't get the run of your mouth on Twitter and think you can get away with it. See, now, my thing is this. I don't really see, like, your curse working on anybody anymore. It can't. But the nigga got on stage and started snitching. He told on everybody that beat him up backstage. Not a lot of people trying to give it to Lil B on the side that he's promoting. Now he's promoting peace.
Whatever.
And, you know.
It got real.
But but that's the thing. I say.
I don't think he snitched.
When you run your mouth, well, yeah, he did. I mean, he put it out there who jumped him.
Well, I mean, he came out. You
had a legit beef. You didn't think you had beef, but you had beef.
Yeah, he came on the stage. He was like, "Look, basically, it's all love. I just got beat up in the back by 7 dudes. You didn't have to come at me with 7 dudes if you didn't like what I
Snitching.
tweeted.
West Coast hold this L.
I'm just saying, like,
Oakland.
look, I'm still, and then the thing is, he attempted to say, I'm still here, and y'all ain't, you ain't running nothing. It took 7 of y'all. I'm still here. I look good. I'm straight. It's all love. I don't
They
want
took
no
my
more beef.
equipment. Streets got to eat.
They did.
They took my equipment,
Said he
so I
couldn't even
can't perform.
Yeah.
They checked them. You get jaw, you got to tap the jaw, you got to get chin checked when you out here talking reckless. Like everything that I say on here, if someone was actually a famous athlete was to come across this, or Lil B or whoever,
P. Diddy.
and they saw me out and they said, "Hey man, I caught your show off the glass. I caught your show beef stew or whatnot, and you was talking reckless about me."
Mm-hmm.
If I saw that person, he told me he saw my show.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, let's go for it.
Let's
You can
go
catch
for
the
it.
fade.
Hey.
We can go for it.
I'll Tyson.
And I'd be prepared if I had to get jumped. I'm going to get jumped. Niggas don't fight one-on-one nowadays. You know why?
If they fight.
Because nobody knows what people got.
Mm-hmm.
This is not the time nor the place in life to be fighting one-on-one.
There's no more mano-y-mano.
Not at all. But anyway, let's continue.
Yeah. Super
On to the NBA.
Loving it.
NBA. Salute to the New York Knicks for not re-signing Derrick Rose.
He almost said shout out, but anyway.
For not because you always said you was talking about how you was gonna shout out Tim Hortons right away. But anyway,
salute.
But it's like, why?
Because I love Tim Hortons.
They don't do nothing for you.
They have a great product.
Well, I mean, yeah, you get coffee. You can pay for it.
I did.
It's a business deal.
It's a great product.
How often do they thank you?
Every day when I leave after I buy it. You know what I'm saying? The staff are very courteous in most locations.
Yeah, anyway. But salute to the New York Knicks.
Right. Great decision.
Because we had this discussion earlier in this show.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not this show, but a few episodes ago. Derrick Rose. What was his worth? And remember I was saying the $2 million is probably all the best that he should be trying to. That's all he should be asking for right now. Now, this is not a major injury. They said he's day to day, but still,
he's out for the next 2 games. Brooklyn and
he's made of glass at this point.
He is though.
Every time you look up, he's injured.
Because the thing is, even the fall. So the fall happened during the Milwaukee game. He was going to the rack, to the left. He went to the left like 3 times in a row, and that third time, he took a tumble. He kind of fell forward. It wasn't like he even rolled. It didn't even seem like he rolled his ankle. But I wasn't there. So, got up. He continued to play. Said he was good. Now, that soreness crept in that next day. I understand how it is. After the game, that leg was like, ooh, oh, you know what? I can't even do it. But the thing is,
He should be happy to get league minimum.
He's straight. When is it? Now, he got the MVP in 2011. Do you know he hasn't had a season where he's played more than 66 games since then?
Exactly.
That's 7 years of missing most of the season.
Yeah.
Why would I put money in this guy?
Well, you were saying that. Why did he only take that amount? You were saying this.
Say that?
Yes.
I don't remember saying that,
It was
bro.
like $2 million. Why did he only do $2 million?
I don't remember saying that.
I'll pull it up, but
Yeah,
I was looking at you like, why would you give him more than that?
I don't remember saying. And then you know what? Excuse last episode. It was a long day.
Okay. We're not talking about the past.
Say that.
Anyway,
It's all right.
to continue.
Say it. If I did say that, I was sleepy.
Speaking of Derrick Rose,
Right.
a former Chicago Bull, Bobby
Right.
Portis, who is a current Chicago Bull,
Right.
broke his teammate's jaw
Dang.
in a scuffle during practice.
He got 8 games for that too.
He got how many?
8.
8 games. Some people say that he should have been kicked off the team. In a situation like that, what do you think? I mean, do you keep him on the team? Do you just chalk it up to players being players? They've talked, they've gotten it over it. But do you really get over getting your jaw broken?
And the thing is, the dude he broke, his jaw he broke. He's like 7 foot, some bearded like European dude, but they were expecting him to be a major contributor.
Oh, he's a baller. He can
hoop.
He was dog last year.
Was it 44?
Can't think of his name.
Miro Rakovic or something like that. Anyway, he can.
I can't pronounce his name, but he's
yeah, and
definitely a good player.
And the thing is, Portis and them got tied up in practice or something. He got a hot head and a little shoving match. Now he didn't gave the man a concussion. Not only broke his jaw, and now you suspended 8 games, and you took our main guy out, a skilled big. Come on.
Now, a lot of teams do this all the time. I mean, there's always scuffles in the NBA. I mean...
Isaiah Thomas and Lambeer?
Yeah. I mean, it happens. But also, sometimes people end up getting traded after these incidents. Or some people do get released from the team.
So the
question is, can they continue to go on from here?
Every time Rob Manovich, or whatever his name is, looks in the mirror... Every time he sucks his lunch through a straw because his jaw is wired.
Well, that's only going to be for so many weeks when he come back and he's fine.
6 weeks, bro.
And if they're winning, which they probably won't be, but
exactly,
if they are winning games, I mean, you can look past incidents that happen.
This is true. Winning will is the ultimate forgetful potion. It's the ultimate bonding agent winning.
Because rumor has it, Shaq slapped a lot of teammates before. He didn't choke some out. And I mean, most of them continue to play with them. And they got along and they still...
It's one thing to
fights happen.
It's one thing to get smacked up by the franchise player. And then it's one thing for this boob that we got over here. Now, don't get me wrong. Portis is not a slouch.
Well, I mean, both of them are 2 young players who haven't made a name for themselves for real in the league yet. I mean, like I said, old boy is still a little bit better than Portis,
right?
But at the same time, they haven't made a big impact in the league as of yet. So, I mean, the way I see it is, yeah, you can get over it. I mean, they're a young team. He doesn't, and I guess because he doesn't make or break the team, Bobby Portis, I would have had to drop him.
Peace.
Kick rocks. I would have had to drop him. If I was the owner, if I was the coach, I would have been like, look, man.
Shake him. And the thing is...
But you know what, though? I'm actually putting too much on them. This is practice, right? Who's the coach at? They said they had been jawing at each other all game. So maybe I'm putting too much pressure on them with them being young guys.
Right.
What was the coach to say, all right, you two... knock it off, both of y'all off the court.
That's my man. That's my man that was in college, year before last, right? He's still there? What's his name? Fred. Oh, yeah. Fred, the mayor. Fred Hoiberg, right? Well, he's coaching them. Yeah. Yeah, Fred Hoiberg. So the thing is, he probably... And the thing is, you're straight from college. This is like your second season coaching the Bulls. So the thing is, you should be used to... shutting things down.
He was an NBA player as well.
Yeah,
but,
he had a jumper. He could shoot it, But what I mean is, when you're in college, you have younger guys. You're going to step right in. Was he trying to let 2 grown men just kind of work through it, and then all of a sudden, one of your main guys or upcoming guys, one of your upside guys, got punched in the face?
Well, I mean, at the same time, maybe he was just he's looking for that toughness on the team. So in a sense, maybe he was happy that he punched him. It could have been that.
He could have been happy he punched him, but he was sad his face was caved in after the punch.
Hey, man, sometimes Fred Hoiberg might have said, hey, that's what I'm looking for in this team. We'll get over it. We can fix it. Maybe.
8 games is huge because the thing is, they lost massive players. Okay, it was a mass exodus from Chicago, bro.
They'd be all right, man, because they're a team that's rebuilding anyway.
Speaking of another former Chicago Bull,
D Wade. Did you really want to go there first?
Real quick.
We can. I mean, well, D Wade wants to come off the bench,
right?
Which makes a lot of sense.
It does.
Makes a lot of sense.
It makes complete sense. Now the thing is, now, I see why he's doing it. But
some people are asking, is it because he's old now? Is it like, does he only have so much left in the tank?
You know what? D Wade is one of the few players where I can see where he sees it and he's okay with playing a lesser role. But unlike, let's say, a Kobe was, okay, so the thing is,
well, with Kobe, the thing was he wasn't on the team that had a championship chance.
True.
So this is a team that actually has a chance to win a championship.
But even if he was on the team that had a chance to championship, he wouldn't want to come off the bench.
I think he would. You know why? Because I think and I think this is where I think the way D Wade is coming from a different place with this. I think he's coming from a place where he sees that somebody like a J.R. Smith probably looks at it like, I want to start. There may be other guys on that team that he feels are younger, that let me get their confidence going and let them play in front of me.
When you're a vet, you can pick your battles.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So the thing is, I mean, I'm not about to rock the locker room. I've been starting my whole dang career. I got rings. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Ron brought me here. I'm about to get this other ring and I'm out.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't have to start. You know what I mean?
And I think he probably, and I think it's just two things. One, he knows his body. Like, because come playoff time, he could probably go back into the starting lineup.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
but you know what? This is what I'm confused about, because they said, because I've heard talking heads say, well, you know, he's a slasher, and you got to surround Bron with shooters, and this is a good fit, blah blah blah. Correct, right? But in Miami, it was Bron, Wade, and then they had shooters, Ray, and then they got Culver there, okay, and then they had a big man in Bosh. Kevin Love is a less athletic Bosh, not as long and less athletic, but is Kevin Love a little bit tougher, a little bit meaner? You know what I mean? And can he hit the three ball with a little bit more consistency? Yeah, in my opinion. And Kevin Love will come out and he sparks. He's the catalyst. They always go through him at the beginning of the game to get it started, right? And then you still got Tom. You still got
so what are you doing right now?
Thompson.
You trying to make a case for
I'm
them?
just saying it's a comparison that the teams aren't that much different
From last year?
From if you got this, the only thing is difference is age. So when it was Bron in Miami and he started.
So from LeBron in Miami, well, no, this is a big difference. This is a big difference.
I'm just saying. It's a difference. Yeah,
it's a huge difference. It's a huge difference.
It's huge.
It's a huge difference. At the time, Bron. Well, LeBron and D Wade, when they played together, they both were number one players on the team. Right now, D Wade's not a number one player on the team. Right now, LeBron James is not what LeBron James was 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
Is he?
He's not the same LeBron. He's not that same athleticism. No.
He's not the same mindset.
Probably a smarter player, but as far as athleticism, no, he's not. He's a little bit slower. He's not jumping as high as he once was.
You see that, Black?
Yeah.
You did?
I've seen blocks. I've seen everything, but it's not the same. It's not the same. That block wasn't the same as the one he did on Iguodala. Just 2 years ago.
Any human will decline over time. Bron has been in the league 15. This is 15th season.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, that they're nowhere near what that Miami team was. That Miami team could be Golden State.
His decline is much slower.
This team is chasing Golden State.
Who has a better record right now? I know it's only 5 games in, 4 or 5 games in. I'm just saying.
Don't do that.
I'm just saying. Cleveland has a better record.
Don't do that.
I'm just saying.
Don't do that. You'd be crazy to start thinking that way.
Numbers don't lie. I'm just saying.
I mean, even if they have a better record, it won't matter.
Sample size. It was just, so.
Who's played tougher competition? Okay.
They played Boston. They played Milwaukee.
Eastern Conference teams that have no chance of winning championship.
Have you seen Milwaukee play these last couple of days?
They dominated Milwaukee. Milwaukee doesn't have a chance to win championship. Now on the other hand, what's the name of it? Played Houston. They've played the Pelicans.
Then they lost that too, right?
No,
they didn't lose that one.
They didn't lose that one, but that was if they get that together, Boogie Cousins over there, Anthony Davis. They didn't have it for the whole game, but if they can get it together, they'll be dominant. They'll be good. But they also played The team that lost to the Grizzlies. Grizzlies is a tough team.
Yes.
So all I'm saying is, don't go by records right now. But D-Wade, we're not finished yet. Not finished yet. Your wife was on Sway and Warning.
Yes.
Talking crazy.
It really wasn't crazy.
Go right ahead then.
Grocery
Grocery
wasn't
eating ass nigga.
Bacteria
mouth ass nigga over here.
I don't believe in backdoor theatrics of any kind. And
Go
that's
ahead.
what she, and that's what she was speaking
talking
of.
Crazy. Talk about it.
I'm saying it was clickbait. Okay, so she was on Sway in the Morning talking about her book. Okay, by Gabrielle Union. We need some more wine or something like that. We may need more wine or something it's called. So the thing is, in the book, she breaks down, she gives short stories about major turning points or things in her life, right? So the thing is, she spoke about how she started experimenting sexually, on herself as early as 5 years old. She was like humping a stuffed animal that she had, okay, exploring herself. And then she also spoke about how she felt like she needed to search.
Masturbation was that?
Search out. Okay, well, she touched the magic button. She touched the magic button that resides in the magical birthplace of women, okay, that most of us come out of, all right? She touched that magic button on the belly of the stuffed animal and loved it, okay? Her exact words were, "Oh my God, this is fantastic." Okay, so anyway, so she explored her clitoris, all right? And then she spoke about how she yearned for acceptance from African American men because she came up in a place called like Pleasantville. Okay, she was like the one token black person. So I say all that to say, because I see you.
I'm just like you going through this whole interview.
Anyway, so blah, blah, blah. So the thing is, then she spoke about. A young lady asked her a question. The young lady said, "I just went down on my boyfriend. What do you think about it?" And then Gabrielle Union replies, "Well, did he eat your pussy?" And then she was like, "No." And then he's like, "Look, it has to be a two-way street. So if you go down to your man's got to give you some cunnilingus if it's some fellatio, right?"
But see,
and then she said, after you do that, have him eat his ass.
Have
him eat your ass.
This is where we were going.
And then the thing is, and then when the guy was like, "Well, if she goes down on him and eats his ass, does that mean she has to eat his ass too?" And then she was like, "Yeah, it's a two-way street." You know what I mean? It's about reciprocity and just equal pleasure. That's what she said. So that was what she said. It wasn't like, "Man, when D-Wade come home, as soon as he got out the shower, man, I'm in his ass cheeks." No, it wasn't like that.
If she's not, then what's she talking about? She was talking about the book.
She was
talking about her experiences.
Yep.
So, I mean, if she's not eating his ass, or he's eating her ass.
Yeah.
I mean,
she was saying whatever you do,
because she's been trying to clean it up on Twitter, because she don't want to do D-Wade to look crazy.
No, and he shouldn't feel crazy. All she said was, in anybody's sexual journey, it should be equal pleasure. The equation should be equal on both sides. That's all she was saying. It's not saying that she was a heavy proponent of that sexual act. She's saying there's nothing wrong as long as it's a two-way street. A female always feels as though they have to give more physically to compensate for the relationship. That's what she was saying. She was speaking to that. So, anyway, I'm not a Gabrielle Union fan. I'm just saying I'm a fan of the truth.
Sound like it.
I'm a fan of the truth, dog. I'm a fan of the truth.
You sound like it.
That's all I'm saying. So that's what it was. It was an interview.
Riding Gabby's tip.
Come on, bro. I speak to the truth, baby. That's all. You know what I'm saying? He don't understand about that eating stuff.
Riding Gabby's tip.
That's why I don't believe in backdoor theatrics.
See you out here. The way you explained it, I thought.
I explained it truthfully. I explained it how it went down. That's all.
All right.
That's all I'm saying.
Clean up on aisle 6.
Hey! Bruce hater. Hater in the house. Oh, man, I've been in the gym all week.
Also,
I feel good, dude.
NBA. Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving recently.
Speaking of sexual acts.
A fan yelled out at a game, "Where's LeBron?" And his response was,
Damn.
"Suck my dick."
Suck my dick.
So he told the fan.
Come on, bro.
So, but I mean, They fined him $25,000.
Yeah.
Was he wrong?
Yeah. You can't win against the mob. This guy paid a ticket to see you. He paid a ticket.
So fans get to do and say whatever the hell they want. Why don't fans have repercussions?
As long as it's not physical contact, I can come in here, I can boo, hiss, say where Braun at, say you weak, say I can't stand you.
So they can just because a lot of fans
just like I can
a
cheer
lot of
you.
fans go past that though they go way past the limits. That's why Vernon Maxwell has ran into the stands before and punched a fan because they were talking about if I'm not I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was somebody a relative of his that was may have been his somebody had some type of illness and they made comments into that sense. So Vernon Maxwell took off to the stands and punched the fan.
But the thing is,
the fan who caused the malice at the Palace,
right?
Who threw the drink at Ron Artest,
right?
Why do fans always get a pass? Because that's the thing. That's what it comes down to.
What I said, and what I said.
I mean, maybe this fan didn't say too much, but
I said
a lot of NBA players say they've said worse.
No physical contact.
To fans.
I mean,
Gilbert Arenas was talking about it recently. How he said, yeah, I done told fans to suck my dick before too, because he was like the fans be out of control.
But obviously, see now the difference is
and I hear you what you're saying. You pay
and also,
your money to go see them and this that and as a patron, but at the same time, that doesn't give you the right to talk reckless.
It's true. I mean, it doesn't give you the right. But it's an occupational hazard when you go out in front of the masses, in front of this mob, who may or may not be your fan.
And you calling them the mob. You're calling them something just really reckless right now.
You've
gone past the fan mode. You've called them a mob.
They are. It's thousands of people in an arena.
I don't act like that when I go to arenas.
That's you.
So I'm not a mob. I don't include me.
I didn't say. Were you there that night?
I'm just saying.
Okay, so
there's other fans who were like me who don't say shit.
When it's you and 14 other guys going out and you're going into an arena and you're from Boston and you're going in wherever, you're going into a Detroit arena, right? Detroit may not be the best example. Maybe we'll talk about that later. And you got thousands of people in the stands, and they hate your team, and they want their team to beat your team. They're going to say anything to rowdy you, just like anything, just like basketball. That's a part of basketball. Pickup game, people talking junk.
But those are the people on the court talking junk. With people outside who are standing off the court, as you said in the pickup game, usually motherfuckers who talk on the outside who are not in the game tend to get their ass kicked if they talking too much to people on the court.
I mean, a beatdown versus this is my favorite line. I say that, like, stay behind the black line, bro. Okay, stay over there. You're not even out here. You don't have nothing to say. You don't have nothing to do with this out here. Wait your turn.
A lot of people will say. A lot of people still just don't care that you say that. Like I said, most of the time, usually it takes people that know each other or an ass kicking to get people to shut up. So I just think fans do cross the line
again,
and I think
when you put the uniform on and you accept millions of dollars to hoop publicly.
So are you going because it's supposed to be like a profession?
It's a hazard. It's a professional hazard, an occupational hazard that you deal with as an NBA player. Think about it.
So why do you think they do that? Why do you think they treat the NBA players that way?
Treat them like what?
The way that you're saying, like as far as the NBA players, because they don't do that.
Anybody, any famous person,
hockey fight
each other.
And
think about it. Well, hockey, there's the glass in between them and the fans.
Oh no, they flip fans off. They talk shit.
They do.
I don't want to go that route, but because they white boys.
I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I wouldn't say that. I mean, it's different cultures. So the thing is, every culture, and when I say culture, so the NHL culture may be a little bit more lax. NBA, no, maybe not. Okay, but you can't tell a fan. Look, fundamentally, no matter what's going on, you can't tell a fan to suck your dick. Especially nowadays, because it's between social media and everything like that, you're going to lose. Just like if he tweeted it, think about it. If he tweeted that same comment, he can't come back with "suck my dick" on Twitter.
He could. I mean, now
why?
You heard your own endorsements, but at the same time, I mean,
You hurt your own. You hurt
yeah.
your own endorsement.
Well,
You're
self.
hurting yourself. You're
Yourself.
not winning. Fan ain't nothing getting. The fan getting publicity back, good or bad. He's straight. He don't have nothing to lose.
I mean, I'm not saying that, like, yeah, go out here and yell at all the fans, but
saying.
I don't think the fans should be able to talk hit all types of crazy. The fans talk all types of crazy.
I'll walk right
as
in.
if they're not talking to human beings.
I feel you. I feel what you're saying, and I feel you. Not in this case, that's not the case here, but in a lot of cases, yes. And Bron and D Wade have told stories how batteries got batteries thrown at them.
There's a video of a chick that said something to LeBron. It was a Golden State game. She said something. So I you know what? If I had time, I'd pull it up. But we gonna go on to another subject.
Yeah. Anyway,
but she said some of the most vile shit that the security guard had to just say, because LeBron looked up like, wow, and the security guard told her, hey. Talk like that again and I'll kick you out. And she just said, I didn't say anything. The shit's funny as hell. It went viral like a mug. But it was she said something real wild. I'm gonna have it on the next episode because I can't remember exactly what it was. I may actually throw it in like the what's name clip, preview clip.
Yeah, preview clip. So the thing is, anyway, hey, long and short of it is, you're in the public eye. You're in a public eye. Occupational hazard. You walking out. These people are liable to say anything to you. You're paid millions of dollars to conduct yourself as a NBA professional player. Just like you, shit. If you sitting at the radio station, somebody call in and they be like, "Oh man, where Ramonte at?" or blah whatever, blah where's Steve at?
If I wanted to shit on him, I could shit on him with no problem.
And then the
I mean, because at the end of the day, it's all about ratings. So you used a bad example.
No, because the thing is,
There's no customer service to radio.
You can't.
Yes, you can.
You can't talk to them greasy like that.
Yes, I can.
You can't say that.
You didn't know that? Yes.
They can beep it out. They can 10 seconds delay it, but you can't.
I'm not going to say. I mean,
exactly.
But that's the difference.
Is it?
Oh, yeah, it's a big difference.
Is it?
Yes.
You have to conduct yourself a certain way because you are.
But I also can't fight. Like I said, in the NHL, they fight. So, like, those.
That's not the.
Let's
But
throw
we're not
this
talking
whole.
about the XFL. It's not that.
Let's
and they
throw
fight
that
each other.
all
They're not fighting
completely
fans.
Out the window, man.
They keep stats. See, the difference is they keep stats.
But I'm saying,
wait, 2 seconds. They keep stats of fights in the NHL. They don't keep stats of fights of fans in the NHL. It's fights with other players because that's a part of the culture. What I'm saying is, if you're a famous anything, especially NBA
but I'm saying
player,
you're talking this whole professional manner and acting in such a professional way because you get paid to do so.
Right.
But I mean. So you get paid to stay in line.
You get paid to conduct yourself a certain way. It's
you get paid.
I'm not
to hear whatever word they tell you, and you accept it. That's what you're saying.
I'm
saying
fans.
I'm going. That's what I'm going.
From fans, you have to turn the other cheek. You got to keep it moving and go cash your check and put buckets on their team.
It's not always just about trying to get your money. I mean, yes,
it is.
It's not, man. You don't.
How much disrespect do you think he was gonna feel if he would have walked away and just let it breathe for 5 minutes?
He said, "Hey, suck my dick."
He said, "Where LeBron at?" What if he would say, "Oh, I don't know. Ask your mom." I wonder if
they still would have fined him $25,000. Yeah.
I don't know. That's kind of funny.
Maybe $15,000.
I don't know. Ask your mom. But ask your mom. I don't know. Ask her. Look like she like big black dudes and get smashed.
But now I really wasn't going about what he said, man. I was more so saying as far as like, it's like they get, no matter what they say, and no matter what a fan says, I just think fans be out of line. It was just a fan that just said, that was talking to the coach, I think
that don't mean you get out of line,
was it Florida State coach, where they made reference to where's, y'all need to get rid of all the coaches or something like that. And the coach yelled back at the fan, and he made a comment as to, he told him to come down here and coach yourself. But he received a little bit of issues because, not big time, but it was the fact that he actually answered back. And it's like, they don't want you to say shit to the fans. And
you see, that was a Caucasian coach. Because you kind of touched on it.
At the same time, he just yelled back, hey. Shut up. I mean, like, come on. But I mean, I just feel like, I don't know. I think fans are too sensitive in one sense because a lot of fans say too much. But moving along, man. What do we go? What do we go here? What do we go here?
Speaking of fans,
Quickly,
have you noticed anything strange about the Piston games when you look into the stands?
Did you want to go there?
I'm just saying we were talking about fans and talking
Yeah,
about
but
mobs.
we can talk about it. I mean, the Pistons
real quick.
there's been a lot of empty seats.
Empty seats at this new arena, and the interesting thing is the reasoning behind it, or the reasoning that they're giving. They're saying there are so many attractions outside of the stadium, restaurants and bars and things of that nature. That's where everybody is watching the game on the screen after they paid $50 for a ticket. You're right. I go to Fridays and watch the game on the screen. Why would I buy a ticket and not go to the arena?
Well, another thing too is a lot of people, a lot of things have been out there where, like things like Quicken Loans have been giving out free tickets to the games up until like 7 p.m. And well, one, I mean, Dan Gilbert has interest in this whole move down there.
Right.
Two, if you say you sold out, you know, hey, it sound good. Sound good for business. But I mean, reason why I said that we want to go here because this is really deep. To tell you the truth.
Oh.
I can go deep into this.
Oh, I thought this was like,
Nah, it's not right because a lot of people, there's so many speculations around why is there empty seats. Well, one, I don't think they're really selling tickets to the customers or to the fans as everyone may think they are. I don't think they are. I think, like I said, I think the organization is buying up or investors are buying up the seats. One, I don't think the Pistons will be there long. I think the Pistons will be sold within the next 5 years.
whoa.
The roster doesn't have anything that makes a free agent who would be a good piece to come here. The roster doesn't have that attraction for anybody who's really good to come here.
Speaking of the roster,
Two,
Drum got that work from Embiid
Yeah,
from the
I'm saying.
76ers last night.
Andre
anyway.
Drummond is an overplayed player. That's what I'm saying. With this roster, you don't have anyone that can come in that you can, one, pay, and two, that wants to be here. So that's one thing. I think the team will be sold because they won't win games. They are going to be a bad franchise. Maybe they don't own their own building right now. So that's why I think they're going to be sold.
Maybe they be in Vegas.
They could. Another thing is, I think people like myself, I want to attend the Pistons game. I wouldn't, even if I got a free ticket, I won't attend the Pistons game. You know why?
Why?
Because they gangster their way downtown. See, here's the deal: when you were good, or when you had chances of actually being good, the people were calling for you to come down there. Just a few years ago, Dan Gilbert was telling Tom Gores, the team should be downtown where everything else is at. He told him at that time, worry about your own team. Well, Palace ticket sales wasn't doing good at all. So, what did he do? He decided to do business with Dan Gilbert and the Illiches and make his way downtown. Right?
I'm sure that was a factor.
What you mean you were sure? It was a big factor because here's the main reason why I'm good on going to the games.
Right.
$34 million.
That's
The $34 million was taken from public funding,
right,
which was supposed to be used for
schools.
Right, public schooling.
That's my thing.
And that was actually taken, and it was to be, it was used to make a practice facility.
Right.
Like I said, so if this team leaves in 5 years, and that $34 million was spent there, and after Tom Gores bought himself a $32 million home. If this team leaves in Michigan, if this team leaves in 5 years, which I really think it will, because if you check Tom Gore's past, he's a Sparty. If you check his past, most of his ventures, he's bought and sold. He's flipped. I don't think he's going to keep this franchise. I think this franchise will be sold. I'm not gonna say I told you so. A lot of other people have speculated this, and it's just because and that was nothing too. Why gangster your way down here with a bad product? Bad product.
Right.
Bad product. So as a bad product, we didn't need you. That's where I felt. Bad product, we don't need you.
I mean, couple things. So when they made the move, they had already drafted Stanley Johnson. They had Drum. They thought it was going to be a pretty good.
These are bad draft picks.
They got my man from Marquette to So the thing is,
bad draft picks after bad draft pick after bad draft pick.
So then the thing is, what's different now is there's a
they traded KCP.
Downtown. There's an arena downtown now that
they traded Kyle Singler.
They could take advantage of.
That's not theirs.
That's not
Matter
theirs.
of fact, it wasn't even made for 7-footers at the time. They had to make adjustments later.
My thing is, I'm a Pistons fan, but the Pistons have been being run into the ground for a long time. It just so happens that they got in the early 2000s, they got a good team together. They came, they packed their lunchbox, and they won a championship, and then they went to a bunch of finals. That was it. But it just so happens that these guys gelled as a team. And it just so happened that they had, Carlisle, and they had a couple good coaches come through there. That was it. The thing is, it didn't have anything to do with ownership. The GM, Joe Dumars, he tried his best, I believe, and it just so happened it worked in that situation. So anyway, fast forward to here, I think they're shady for taking $34 million from the students of Detroit to build a practice.
See,
not a game.
Remember I told you this,
not a game.
This was deeper than when
facility.
Yeah.
Like
I said, I told you this was gonna be
But you know what? My thing is, I don't know if people are just like, whatever, I'm not going, because the thing is, this is Little Caesars Arena. I hear that shit is $30. It's $30 hot and readies. Okay, I can go right here on the corner and get one for $5 and like 45 cents. Okay, $30 hot and readies. You're gonna go in there, you're gonna spend $12 for a brew, and then it's just the setup is not as comfortable as possible. It's like you walking up a ladder to get to your chair or something like that. That's what I hear. But anyway, it's not full, not by any means. Look like you can throw a bowling ball through a whole section on TV. That's all I'm saying. So whatever.
Quick hitters, man.
Let's do it.
We're gonna go through these topics quickly. We won't do the Meyer and long drawn out talks. We just gonna go ahead and go. But
every episode, see this
go.
guy does most of the talking.
Like people watch it, dog.
They do.
They be like, you be explaining shit. It's cool. I mean, because you give an in-depth explanation and shit. I'm really kind of like,
first topic.
Right to that. I don't give a background. I go into shitting on niggas. Boom, boom, boom. Like I'm a shit on the nigga. I'm going into it right away.
He's never shitting on a nigga.
You be giving
He's
like backgrounds. Background, like I'm like, okay, you got to dribble around. You Bob Cousy that bitch. But you set the play up and shit. Right?
Okay.
And then you. But no. World Series, who you got?
I got Houston.
Why? Verlander,
yeah. But the thing is,
he wanted out. They let him out. Let's go. Fuck Verlander.
Hey,
let's
he
go.
wanted out here in World Series.
Let's go, Yasiel Puig. We in the building. Dodgers all day.
Kershaw.
Dodgers.
He gonna choke up.
Dodgers in 5.
Puig is an athlete. Puig is an athlete.
Let's see where they at right now.
I'm not a fan. Not a fan.
Oh, Puig is a beast.
He's a beast.
I'm
not a fan though.
But Dodgers are up 1-0 already. Let's go, Dodgers. Looks like somebody homered in the first inning because there's one run. Oh no, maybe not. It was 3 hits. So you got the Astros.
Yep.
I got the Dodgers.
Yep. Oh, you don't want to bet on it, do you?
We can. We can bet on it.
Nah, I ain't never bet on it.
No. We can bet on it.
Never.
We can make an actual. We can make an actual wager right now. We fuck leaving it up to people because if we leave it up to people, guess what's gonna happen? It won't get resolved.
Okay.
But yeah, you straight? You want?
I'm good. I'm straight.
Right,
Go ahead.
Mark. Miguel Cabrera. Miguel
Baby
Cabrera's
mama drama.
mistress is currently getting $12K a month.
Who gets their mistress pregnant twice?
And, well, I mean, sometimes it's called two wives. We just one is not legally.
But he not playing it right.
Well, I mean, like I said, he got two babies with him, so maybe. But she wants 12. Well, she's currently getting 12K a month, and she has a mansion. But she wants 100K.
Now it's some arithmetic behind it. I'm not gonna give the whole background. Okay,
I'm gonna give it to you right now because I'm about to say. I say, I'm all for these side pieces and they hustle. The Black Chinas of the world, the Amber Roses. Do your thing, you come up, and I'm with it, man. Because if she's only getting 12K a month, and I say only loosely, she has a mansion, cool.
That he purchased this year. It's $1 million.
Miguel Cabrera, and
he purchased it
in 2014. Signed a $248 million contract.
Yep.
With the Detroit Tigers
over 8 years.
Last year, he got $30 million.
Yep.
$30 million equates to $2.5 million a month.
Yep. According to Florida State,
two kids. The other kids are getting this with his wife.
Yeah, it's his wife.
But these kids right here, fuck it, they might as well be getting that moolah too. They're not getting chicken like them.
Whatever, man.
They need to get that chicken.
Where Cabrera messed up is he got his baby moms in Florida. The rule in Florida is, or the law in Florida is, if you make over 10 racks a month, then you get a certain percentage off rip. So the thing is, he's making over $1 million a month. So according to the arithmetic, she should get 100 racks a month.
Boom.
I mean, so I don't know what.
Like I said, he's actually 2.5. She lowballing. She could have been getting 250,000. So I mean, hey, if she get 100,000, hey, what you have to do is all you have to do, Miguel.
It's his own fault.
Suck it up. Y'all having some issues because
she whack too. She okay.
Go back to smashing.
She okay.
If you would have just went ahead, went back to smashing, and had a third kid, you still be at 12K, maybe 18 because from what it was.
Get your mistress pregnant.
Obviously, like I said, their arrangement was much different than what you think. If he had two of them, and he was paying his child support
since birth without a paternity test.
But like I said,
he wants a paternity test now.
But that's what I'm saying. If he was just go ahead and saying fuck it and doing it, then obviously his current wife is probably like, you have $248 million. I wouldn't leave you.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm smarter than that.
$248 million. I wouldn't.
Smarter than that, bro. And the thing is, people say, "Oh, you get money, you don't know," and blah blah. Man, he been an athlete his whole life, man. Females been throwing vagina at him forever. Learn how to play. Play like you been here before, Miggy. What you out here slipping with females for, man? You been having females on your jock since you've been in high school, man.
It's probably cheaper that way. I mean, because you talking to Miggy like that, but Dwight Howard has 8 baby mamas.
He was a virgin until he got to the league.
Like I said,
he was a virgin until he got to the league.
He was 18 when he got into the league.
I know.
17, actually.
I know.
So I'm saying.
So then he ultimately got it. See, it's different because he got $1 million and he got a bunch of bad genes through in his face.
He should have learned fast. What I'm saying is, most athletes have more than one baby mama.
Yeah, but that don't make it right.
Antonio Cromartie has what, 9 kids?
Why?
What I'm saying is, I'm not gonna just throw him. Cabrera actually seemed like he was in a better situation.
My thing is, if you're gonna have
he had 2 women.
Hey, it's no problem. You can have 10 kids. How about how about your wife though?
Well,
you don't never get the side piece pregnant, never, ever.
When you got money the way he does, he do whatever the fuck he wants.
No, it don't.
I do.
No, it don't. Because look, Megan came out $1 million for a crib for her. He already coming out since the baby's been born. He giving them 12
racks. It ain't nothing to a nigga with $248 million.
Do you know?
It ain't nothing.
What kind of tax bracket he's in, sir?
It ain't nothing.
Do you know how much? You know how much he got to pay in taxes?
It ain't nothing to a nigga with $248 million.
Come on, man. Do you know what kind of prenup he probably didn't sign?
I spit that out.
I don't know. I wonder what his prenup was like because he lucky. He dodged a bullet. If she didn't divorce him and he had a prenup. Oh, maybe he didn't have a prenup. Maybe he did. That's probably why she stayed there.
You're going to do deep.
Just saying.
Quick eater.
Anyway,
I'm
just talking.
I'm going deep. Going deep.
Whatever. That's what she did.
Let's go with 2 more, man. Justin Timberlake.
I think it's a good choice. Super Bowl performance.
He will perform at the Super Bowl.
I'm a
think
fan.
it's a good choice?
Yeah.
The Justin Timberlake's a good guy, but
Yeah.
at the same time, he had a part in whipping out the titty of Janet Jackson.
Not his fault.
He whipped out the flabby titty of Janet Jackson.
It was planned.
and
staged.
well, he was a part of that.
Yeah.
Janet Jackson took the whole brunt of that. She took all of that.
Because it was her idea.
Was it staged? They never really said it was staged.
Yeah, it was staged.
They never said that.
Why
Why was it her idea?
Because her outfit was made to do that.
Well, I mean, I'm saying, but still, he had part in it. So
Yeah.
even if it was her idea, he knew about it.
He did.
And she the one who got
If
all
Janet
the
Jackson
backlash.
if Janet Jackson comes to you and say, "Hey, I want you to whip my titty out on the stage," what you gonna do? Sure.
I'm gonna say no.
And do a dance move after. You gonna say
I'm
no?
gonna say
Whatever,
no.
come
I don't
on.
want to see your old ass
Keep
titty,
it
Janet.
real. Oh my god. Keep it real, bro.
I don't want to see your old
Come
saggy
on.
titty, Janet. I'm good. We not about to do that, man. You're not about to fuck up my endorsements. You're not about to fuck up my stuff.
None of his
Because if I
endorsements
was
got messed up.
representing you asking me, I'm black. As a black guy, we would have all had to take hell for it.
No, that's not true.
Yeah, he would have. Because that's the reason why he's able to come back so easy. Because he's a white guy.
Let me tell you this.
He's Justin Timberlake.
It speaks to a fundamental truth about society now. Let me not get too deep. It's a double standard for dudes and women. It is. So the thing is, she planned it. It was her boob. She had Justin Timberlake come on stage. Hey, I want you to whip my boob out. And he did it. It should be all on her.
She didn't plan it. So say
She
allegedly.
did plan it.
She didn't. She didn't say that. She never said she planned it.
Why was she on stage with no bra on?
Because performers perform in certain outfits that don't need a bra. Now, I'm not saying,
She
put it
had,
like
on,
this.
she had on a black scuba outfit that the,
Well,
that
if
the bra came off
she
of.
said she planned it, then that's different. But she hasn't said she planned it. So, with that being said,
After he whipped it out, she posed.
she didn't say she planned it. All I'm saying is allegedly.
I'm done.
Allegedly.
Quick
Allegedly,
hitter.
she.
Allegedly.